doing this because I want to take long showers with you assholes.
Ain't you them kids that have been quacking off in my tool shed?
By a bunch of fucking ice holes like yourself.
Yeah, well, listen, you ought to ditch the geeks in the car with now and get in with us, but that's all right. We'll worry about that later.
Oh, my God. There's 100 morons in my basement.
It's you, Larry.
Lollygaggers. Diamond dogs have struck again.
Little prick.
No, they could be a lot worse.
Why did you kiss my ear? Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand? Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows.
4 of us wolves running around the desert together in Las Vegas looking for strippers and cocaine.
1, 2, 3, Benchwarmers!
Live from Scott's parents' basement, this is the Basement Benchwarmers podcast. Highway to the danger zone.
Saw Top Gun this weekend.
Nice.
It was awesome. This is the Basement Benchwarmers podcast. As you heard, I saw Top Gun. I'm going to start with what I did this week. I saw Top Gun. It was very good. Very good. I enjoyed it immensely. Let's put it that way. Brought back memories of '86 when I was 15 years old. Anyway, we're on the Benchwarmers podcast. I got Eric and Ed here with me. Willie might be stopping by later. But let's start off how we start off every week and how your week went. Wasn't as good as mine because I saw Top Gun. Highway to. Anyway, Ed, go ahead. How was your week?
I thought this was going to be like an Archer. You know what you're doing, Lana? You're in the danger zone.
Nice.
What did I do this weekend? Well, you know what? I went out. I had a really good time. I haven't been out late in a while. You know, it's because this COVID thing's been going on for a while, and you know what I realized? 48 is the new 30. I realized that while I was out, and I'm like, I can still do this. And then I went to pay our tab, and I realized a $100 bill is now the new $20 bill.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
So have you lost that loving feeling then?
They didn't do that though.
Oh, they didn't?
No, but they did.
Don't ruin it for me. I haven't
No,
seen it
don't
yet.
tell us anything.
Come on.
I got to tell you a couple things. Okay. Well, go ahead, Eric. How was your
Does
week?
Goose make a comeback?
Take me to bed or lose me forever.
Highway. Oh, okay, go ahead.
I do feel the need for speed. But I don't know. I've had kind of a busy 4 or 5 days. Today I kind of had a little bit of a Sunday fun day. Started out the morning in Mequon for a little 9 holes of golf with Logan, a little par 3 course, and then he had a soccer game in Glendale at the Bavarian Beer House. I don't know why the hell my throat. I was singing Highway to the Danger Zone on the way over here, so my throat is a little bit off, so I apologize for that. But and the great thing about the Bavarian Beer House is that there's beer there, and watching 10-year-olds play soccer is a lot more interesting when you have a couple beers. That's for sure. So, and now here I am at the podcast for the first time in 4 months. So,
I'm starting to hope that Kenny Loggins is a friend of the show.
He should be.
Yes,
I'm just telling you.
his best work though is on Caddyshack. Kenny Loggins.
Oh.
I'm all right.
I don't know. Danger Zone, man. It
Where about me?
Makes you want to become a fighter pilot when you hear that song. It really does.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
I like the house on Pooh Corner.
What?
It's an old one.
Here we go.
Are we going to be banned again?
Okay, I got to turn it off.
Quickly.
Oh, my God. We only got 5 seconds. Okay, we're off. We're getting banned in 30 states.
Yikes.
Oh, my God. Both of our listeners aren't going to be able to get the show now.
That was close. Anyway, so tonight's show, we're going to talk about we'll talk a little about MLB. The NBA Finals tied up 2-2. Good series so far. Our good, bad, and the ugly. And this week, our best thing you ever ate, kind of our take on the show on Food Network. They talk and they tell you not something we've cooked, but somewhere we've went and eaten this meal. Tonight we're going to do seafood. I knew we did fish a few weeks ago, but then we talked about expanding. If you want to do fish again, that's great. But we got all the crustaceans. Is that the correct word?
Yeah, there's a lot of crustaceans you can eat.
The mollusks. What is that word for
crustacean
clams?
is used a lot.
Is that a clam word? Whatever. So you guys know what I'm talking about.
Shell-based.
Anything in the water. Anything. Anything water-based.
Yeah, I like this one already.
Okay. So let's start out with the good, bad, and the ugly, like we do every week. So let's start out with the ugly, and can I start?
Yeah,
please. You're
Can we talk about the elephant in the room first?
Yes.
Me and Eric are sitting next to each other, and that whole other side is empty.
It's like we're doing an old sitcom in the 70s. So
I
we
know.
should put the camera here tonight.
Yeah, but that's for 60 and older over there.
That's under the power
There's
lines.
blue plates sitting over here. Blue plates.
Nice.
So my ugly is the Brewers.
Oh, yeah, they have been a little ugly.
Yikes!
Did
I
they
mean,
win today?
and for not being Brewer fans, we all were sold on the Brewers being probably. I mean, and it's a long season, and they're injured a little bit, but we all had them pegged to be, I think, in the NLCS most likely. A good chance they'd be there with the team they have and the pitching. But I just think right now they're struggling, and it's funny we give them the injury thing, but I think someone put something up. The Twins have like a ton of injuries too, and they're still chugging along, doing fine. So
yeah. I think the Brewers won today.
Okay, but that's why they lost 11 in a row before that, or 10, because they were a game and a half out starting today.
They're a half game out right now to the Cardinals.
Yeah, the Cardinals lost today then, or they
must.
Yeah, they must have. So yeah, the Cardinals did lose. Yeah,
so it'll show me their last 10. They're 2-8.
Okay, so
but I did think I thought they lost 8 in a row.
Yeah, it was either 8 or 9, I think.
Yeah,
yeah,
not as bad as the Cubs getting beat 47-2 this weekend in runs.
I think we should put Ross on the hot seat.
You really want to?
Yeah, yeah.
Might as well.
Benchwarmers hot seat.
While we're talking about it, the Cubs release Clint Frazier. So they signed a 27-year-old guy. 27's your prime. He only played like 19 games. They didn't even give him a chance. But Jason Hayward's out there, dragging.
And they can get rid of Hayward now. It's his last year.
Right. Well, one more year.
Oh, they got one more. Okay.
Yeah, but still, it's
just pay the money. And
he's like out there with a limp,
Just send him. It's this time. Just eat his money and make the team younger in right field too. Everywhere. Yeah.
It's if of all the guys they could have released, Frazier seems like a guy that has a lot of upside still. I mean, he's probably never going to be that guy they thought he was going to be, but he's still going to be better than Hayward.
Yeah.
Hayward brings you nothing to the table now. You just might as well send him home and pay him. Seriously.
Yeah, if you're looking for warm bodies, you might as well have just a young guy that has some potential and not, the old veteran that's past their prime, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree totally. I 100%.
So that's kind of ugly. Was that your ugly?
No, that's my ugly. Brewers were.
Well, was that
what's your
was
ugly?
that your ugly, Frazier?
Well, I checked my list here and everything got erased since yesterday. But from what I remember, my ugly is Tony La Russa. And he already is on our hot seat, right? I think he's been on there for 2 years.
Yeah, I think that
Since he got hired.
That was a terrible hire.
Yeah.
So the other day he's got an 0-2 count on Trey Turner with a guy in first. I don't even remember who's pitching, but he spikes one in the ground, ball gets away. Runner moves up to second, so now it's 1-2 count. So he's like, "Well, we're going to play the percentages. We got a lefty coming up next. Turner, I think Turner's a switch hitter.
I believe he is.
I think he is.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, we're going to play the percentages on a guy that's in a 1-2 count. Now, the percentages say you're in a 1-2 count. You're pretty much shit out of luck,
Yeah, keep pitching.
Yeah, you might as well pitch this guy. I think one of us could. I mean, we got a good chance.
Now, let me ask you. I know what he did, but did he actually just walk him?
Yeah, he intentionally walked
So he didn't tell the pitcher, hey, throw 3 sliders outside the zone and see if he swings.
Exactly.
Number one,
we know he's got a problem with high fastballs. Throw 6 high fastballs,
what this hurts. And now I don't agree with players' psyches being scarred because they're pros. They should get through it. Okay, but in that situation, I'm the player. I'm like, so this guy don't trust me to throw 3 balls that I'm gonna just tell me, just don't let him put one in the zone.
Yeah,
that's all you tell him. You pitch. You guys decide to pitch it, but don't put one in the zone on him. Make him swing at garbage. If he hits one out of the zone, so be it. But that's where I think you lose a little with the team when you use stuff like that.
I agree.
That's where you lose stuff with the team. It is. I mean, Freddie Freeman, did you see his reaction? He was on first. They showed his reaction on Twitter, and he was like looking like, what's going on?
Yeah.
What just happened? Because he didn't know why he had to leave the bay, or I think he was on first when he was moving to second.
No, he's on second.
Yeah, he didn't know what was going on. He's like, what's going on? What's happening?
Because nobody in the whole stadium saw that coming.
No, never. 1-2 count.
dumb.
If I'm a fan, I'm pumped up. Yeah, we got this guy. Yeah, 1-2. Let's get this guy. Let's get this guy out. Move on.
Yeah.
No.
Pitch around him. Don't give him anything to hit.
Yeah.
See what we can do. Worst play, you put him on first base. Then after 3
The
pitches.
White Sox are supposed to be were. I guess I'll start using that word because I don't know if they're going to recover from all this. they were or are a World Series contender. So you don't trust your guys to go man to man against the guy when you got a 1-2 count. I don't care if he throws in the zone anyway. You challenge you should trust your. Yeah, if they get to a playoffs, they're gonna have to do these situations are come up. You can't just go, well, just walk them.
Yeah, we weren't afraid of him with a guy on first base, but once he got to second,
whoa! I don't get it.
So I'll finish the story. Yeah, the next guy up's Max Muncy, and he hits a 3-run homer, which it's just horrible, you know. And he was hitting bad, lefty on lefty.
Yep.
La Russa played all the percentages, you know, from his abacus. He figured them out, you know, after 3 shots.
Well, he couldn't see the percentage because his hair dye was dripping in his eyes.
Yeah.
So he couldn't. It was
because he was sweating out the alcohol from the morning.
The Malort
from the Malort from brunch.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch that video I sent you real quick before I interrupt you? Video of the guy, the Chicago video, the guy that I sent
the Malort one.
I don't think
the
I
guy
saw
goes.
Oh,
He drinks
fantastic.
the Malort and goes, "Is this poison?"
It is.
No, the best part is he goes, Malort turns men into tanks, or it's like. Boys into men into tanks, and tanks into transformers.
Yeah.
And then he drinks it.
My
Oh,
favorite.
that was a different guy.
Oh, that's a different one.
I
Oh,
sent you
you're
a different
talking
video.
about the son of the owner, right?
I'll show you the videos after. Well, I'll show
Yeah,
you guys.
well,
Oh, I don't know which one you're talking about. You sent me a different one.
The Chicago video. It's about Chicago.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
one.
I sent you guys. I'll talk after.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Look, if you look them up, maybe I'll post to our Benchwarmer page. I'll post both videos to watch, and
Oh, okay.
they're pretty funny. Both the one you're talking about and the
Yeah, I have a short attention span, so you know, don't send things back to back like that.
Okay.
I only take the last
you like
one.
it front to front. Eric, ugly.
I guess my ugly is the LIV or the Live Tour, the Saudi Arabian Tour, and the American players that, I mean, not that I'm huge fans of any of these guys, but Dustin Johnson, DeChambeau, now Patrick Reed is going along, and it's just kind of the whole thing rubs me the wrong way. I mean, they just awarded the highest winning purse in golf history of $4.7 million to God, I can't even remember the guy's name, some nobody that joined the LIV Tour. And it's just sad to know that, where these PGA players have worked so hard and the PGA organization's been outstanding, and you just where's you don't even, like, you ever think about where that money's coming from? You know, the LIV Tour. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Marty Bird was involved at some point now that Ozark is over. I mean, it's just shady, and it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't seem
I don't like the fact that Larry Nasser is the it's the team
Wow.
with
Yeah.
suits.
You know, I like it. I like
You
what's
do?
going on. Well, I like it not because, well, obviously if the money.
He likes the USFL too.
No, and the thing is that what I like about this, the golfers are being treated like actual like other players now, where they're getting paid before they even perform.
Yeah, because there's no cut.
Yeah.
All 40 players made
you
money.
You show up, you get paid money to go, and you get paid money. And now, obviously, you make a little more, but it's the same way as any other sport. You get a few more bucks if you win a Super Bowl. I mean, you make
Sure.
more endorsements. So, what's the same concept if I pay, say, Brian Urlacher X amount of money in his career, and he doesn't perform his last 2 years, which he underperformed his last 2 years because he was old.
I would be all for that. The ugly part of it is where that money's probably coming
we
from.
talked about it yesterday. Me and Willie actually talked about it yesterday, and that's the thing. Now, the one thing he pointed out, which is a good point, maybe they'll keep him in check because they're going to be under more of a microscope now, because they're going to have to start getting some checks and balances of where this money's coming from, or is it just a big scheme how to launder more money? It's a big law, like you said, the Marty Bird thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree. I think it's kind of different. After a couple weeks ago, the problem with the PGA Tour is it's very the tour has changed in the attitude of the players, but the tour itself has not changed in its attitude of being this. We had to go by, like a few weeks ago when Cedar Garcia went looking for a ball, and he had to cross a creek to get to his ball, and then he finally started looking for it. Well, they counted his time walking over this thing, which he had it was like shitty terrain and stuff, and they gave him a stroke penalty for that.
Well, it is,
and that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the thing. These are weird rules because I get it's a rule, but I mean, and it's, you saw that video probably. He was saying, "I can't wait until I'm done with this tour."
Yeah,
he was
saw
leaving.
that,
He said it out loud. You could hear it on the thing. So a lot of players, this is like, look at, for instance, Dustin Johnson was wrong by that kind of bullshit a couple of years ago in Wisconsin here.
when he hit out of the sand.
Which was horseshit. A guy on TV saw it and called him in.
So that's the thing. That's the rules. And are
Yeah.
they? But are they breaking in the LAV? Are they breaking those rules?
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't know
that.
what they're doing. What the
I
rules
don't know.
are
It
doing.
wasn't televised. It was on YouTube, I guess.
Yeah.
YouTube or Facebook.
Well, I know
is how
one
you
thing.
go
If
with
I'm
it.
some network right now, like a smaller network, like
Jump on
A&E,
it.
I'd be
Yeah.
like, hey, let's broadcast these. We'll give you $50 million to broadcast your matches
Yeah.
right away. Latch on and see what happens.
Sure.
And then you might not get it back ever, but at least make some money right now.
Yeah. And again, I'm all for the modernizing some of the rules of golf and some of this stuff. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
But the ugly part of it is where it's being done and where that potential money is coming from with that regime.
Yeah.
It's a little sickening.
Well, I think
It's a corrupt world. I know
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah, it's good.
whatever.
Good thing the NBA's has nothing like that dirty money coming in.
Is it true that the players were going to be allowed to play in the majors and stuff still, or now they say no?
Well, the PGA banned them basically, but the USGA is separate than the PGA, so they could play in the US Open.
They can't golf in the Masters though.
The Masters is an invitational, so I think that would.
So that's what I think. They can still do the Masters. They can still do British Open.
That is a separate organization.
Yes.
That's
So
the
they can
R-
still do all the majors, I
RNN.
think, except for maybe the PGA.
The PGA is the PGA Championship.
So they
is
can't do the
governed by
PGA or the FedEx Cup, which they wouldn't be able to win the FedEx
or
Cup anyway.
any of the events throughout the season.
Which they're going to be. They don't care. They want to be able to golf their invitational events, which are the Masters,
the majors,
the
yeah.
U.S. Open would be correct.
Yeah, that's USGA, and they said they're not going
and
to
the
do
British
anything.
Open.
Yeah,
or the Open they call it now. The Open.
the Open, and
Championships.
that's
that's what
Royal and Ancient, whatever.
So
it's
they'll
called.
invite them all. They don't care. I
Yeah,
don't
because
think they care.
I think the Europeans have a different stand on this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of European players that went to the LIV.
Well, yeah, because
Lee
they're
Westwood and a lot of big names.
because their tour don't generate as much money as the PGA.
Exactly.
And they're where their golf.
So this is huge money
Yeah,
for them.
This is good for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, let's start with the bad. Let's go with the bad. Let's go backwards. You give us the bad. Let's reverse it here.
Bad. My bad was going to be, and it's ugly and it's bad and it just keeps going on, and that's Deshaun Watson. I mean, it's bad. I don't understand why the Browns even pulled the trigger on that trade. It's just bad all the way through it. Now the Houston Texans covering things up potentially. Just bad, bad, bad. He's a bad person. I mean, we weren't in those rooms, but it's just bad all the way around.
Yeah, I mean, now you got Baker Mayfield not wanting to play. They might end up with no quarterback.
Again,
It might be who was the Bears backup last year?
Yes,
we don't.
Foles, Nick Foles.
Nick Foles.
No, Foles went to the Colts.
Oh yeah. So what about
with
Dalton?
Trubisky, not Dalton. Yeah,
Dalton.
I don't know where Dalton is. I can't remember. I thought he went
But
somewhere.
they might be. I'm not saying him
Dalton is
specifically.
perfect for the Browns, isn't he? Look at him, the Polish hammer.
They're gonna again. They might be stuck with that now because if Baker Mayfield, he should hold his ground either way. Nope, you didn't want me. You're gonna dump me for a rapist, essentially.
Yeah, I think
I don't want to. I don't want to be part of this organization, or it's a disgrace.
The problem is he has no leverage because no other team really went after him.
Well, he's still getting paid, but
He's still getting paid, but he's not like a. I mean, he does have a leg to stand on because of the situation, but.
Well, I read an article, and I think we talked last week about Deshaun Watson too. And I read an article about Mayfield, and he could actually make himself more tradable if he redid his contract. That's what Bridgewater did last year to give himself to Denver.
So
he
that's what
redid
the
his
holdup
contract,
is.
cut it down, and he made himself a good number where a team would take him. And if he would just go take a better number, and I think I would.
Yeah, I would too.
I would say I'm done with this team. They're in shambles. I don't want to be here anyway. Let them sleep in the bed they made, or
get out of there.
whatever you call that saying. And you know what? I'm leaving. And
so
even if I go be a backup, I don't care.
If
I'll be a backup here anyway.
He could be a high paid backup.
Yeah,
I mean, he really could.
If Watson ends up now, say that, what if he gets banned for say like a Trevor Bauer type 3-year ban or something? What are what are the Browns' salary caps on this? What happens?
Well, the contract would get voided because there's probably a clause in there if anything comes up. So they would not get hit with. But the problem with it, all the stuff they gave up, they will not get
the
back.
Picks, first rounders.
They lose everything.
But they're not. They're going to lose salary cap this year, obviously.
No, I believe if his contract gets voided, but it doesn't matter at this point. They declare a cap money. Who are they gonna get? There's nobody to get now.
Right.
Everybody's gone.
Baker Mayfield's available.
Baker Mayfield's going. You know what? I want $40 million a year now. What do you guys think?
That's awesome. Be a bargain.
I'd be like, he doesn't deserve it. I go, yeah, he does.
Yeah.
That
you
would
know
be
what?
the most clever thing I've ever seen ever in sports, and I would love to see it.
You were paying him 45. I'll take 38. I'll give you a deal.
It's like that Kevin Costner movie with the where he's the GM or whatever. What's the one? Draft Day.
Great movie.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Never seen it.
Love that movie.
Dude, he had something
Never
like
seen it.
18 first-round picks at the end.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But anyways, because he talked everybody out of it.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. It's a great movie.
you know, the NFL spent millions investigating these horrific accusations against Deshaun Watson, and all they've concluded is John Gruden illegally parked his truck back in 2007.
I'm telling you, man.
That's about
This league, that's a perfect example. He got fired from a job for an email. And was it wrong when he wrote an email? Yes.
it was tacky.
Let's all agree it's bad what he wrote and all that
It was.
stuff.
It was. I mean, it's not.
But the problem
It wasn't
is
even like hateful. It was
but
just being a
the weirdest
jerk,
thing.
you know?
A guy that gets him, and now the owners want to keep wanting to try to get Daniel Snyder kicked off of being an owner now. Well,
we already tried
well,
that
what?
once.
You didn't find anything wrong, I thought, in the emails. How can you get rid of him now?
The Commodore himself?
You didn't. They investigate the the Commanders, what the hell they're called,
Oh,
and,
the
and John
Commanders.
Gruden, who never in his life had an attachment to the Redskins, loses his job. It's the craziest thing. It's this world is upside down. It really is.
Oh, it's not just sports.
Yeah.
Don't turn on the news.
Yeah. The bad. What's your bad?
Oh shit.
Did you say a bad?
No.
So many.
I'm gonna go with. We already talked about the White Sox and the Brewers, but the local teams, not just baseball, they're fucking awful. They're just awful. There is no. The Bucks are the only hope we had, and they played awful. I mean, they got to the second round? They won 2 rounds or 1 round?
One. They got
Yeah.
they got game 7 of round 2.
Yeah, I mean, but the Packers get blown out in the playoffs. Like not blown out, but you know, a game they probably should have won. The Bears have been awful for a couple years now. The Cubs have been awful for years now. The White Sox are only hope. God, they're in shambles. And the Brewers, I mean, the Brewers are still going to win that division, mark my words, but they don't look good right now.
Nah, they're struggling.
Yeah, and it's just it's hard to. The Badgers had a great team. They didn't even. I don't even know if they finished top 20 this year. I don't think so.
Which one?
No.
Football or basketball?
Either.
No, basketball. They had a good team.
Yeah, but they outperformed in basketball.
Oh, I saw him get beat at the
That's
Bradley
right, you were
Center
there.
Yeah.
by Iowa State, correct?
I mean, how was Marquette this year? I don't even remember.
Nah, they were okay. They
They
made
were
the
okay.
tournament. They made the tournament.
So they were decent.
They did make the
Yeah, I thought they
tournament.
did.
Yeah, so they probably
They lost the
outperformed where they were
lost the
supposed to
first
be.
round, North
Yeah.
Carolina.
But
Who
just-
eventually went to the national championship.
It's just getting hard to watch local games around here. It's
You know,
tough.
it- it-
The Bulls too. They
Fingers
fell apart.
crossed for the Kingfish.
Yeah, here we go, Kingfish.
So just all the bad local teams right now.
Well, I know. I had to watch a 5-1 slacking last night of Bradford against Muskego.
Oh, Muskego.
in
Good
the
team. I
sectional
heard.
final.
They're
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, they were solid. I mean, and that was a revenge game from the year before. But now I just want to comment, though, because I have friends that live in other cities that if they heard us say that, they'd be like, F you.
They ain't from Tampa.
And I swear, and I
Or LA.
and I
The
did
Rams.
this. I did this. So the year that the Badgers lost to Duke in the national championship, I was in San Francisco with my buddy, who San Diego guy, and I wasn't going on a rant, but I'm like, God, this keeps happening to me. The Packers lost. Go figure, an NFC championship game that year. I think that was the Seahawks year. I'm like, first that, and then this, and he goes, boo fucking who? I'm a San Diego fan. You know, San Diego.
My team left.
Padres.
They don't even want to be here.
Chargers aren't even. Well, at the time they were still there. But I think they wanted to leave. He's like, the Chargers are going to leave, and he's like, just shut the f up. You're so spoiled.
Yeah, that's. Yeah,
And in a way, I mean, we got 2016, the Cubs. You know, I mean,
yeah, I
we're
mean,
not
and the
that
White
far
Sox.
off.
The White Sox won a few years back.
2004,
05 or
6.
yeah,
Yeah, I
4
mean,
or
the-
5.
and then you go, when's the last time the Packers won? All the way back to what?
10.
10.
2010. I mean,
The
but-
Bucks won.
The Bucks won
But
recently, which
21.
was the first time in my life,
50.
in mine and Eric's lifetime, in over 50 years.
We have our bar is set high.
Now
Even
it
in
is.
Chicago area here. Our bar is set high, and when they don't go all the way, we're very disappointed.
Can you imagine if New York
What if you
area?
had no bar? Like, what if you're a Lions fan?
Well,
There's
think-
no bar.
Well, they had the Tigers and Red Wings for years.
Yeah, that's true.
So they had success.
The Wings
Red-
won.
the
The Wings
Wings
won a
won a
lot
And
of
the Pistons
championships.
too. Pistons. I
Yeah,
mean,
they got a
Pistons
couple.
and
yeah.
Wings.
they
were
might be more
carrying-
successful in championships than maybe as a city than probably this area possibly.
Oh,
if you,
for sure, for sure.
If you combine
I
it-
mean, you can't count
The Lions.
It's
Oh,
Milwaukee,
no.
Milwaukee by itself will be tough, but you got
If you throw Green Bay in there,
you had 3 for the Blackhawks. That time you had 6 for the.
Bulls.
you're throwing Chicago and Milwaukee in with the
I bet Detroit would beat them
Yeah, it's
with the
real
Red
close.
Wings alone
Red Wings
Bulls,
won
6 Bulls champions.
at least
How far back
3.
are we going? Because you got 6 Bulls
in
I
our
think
lifetime.
I think the Wings won 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think we got them beat.
Detroit won 2
Yeah.
or 3 World Series.
Tigers have won. It won in
But
'84.
Wait, that was way back.
Yeah, so I
No, they just won. They just won in the last. Did they?
They
win
lost
in
that one.
2000s?
I
With
think they
Verlander.
lost.
They lost.
They
that
lost.
one.
lost. Who did they lose to? I don't remember.
Yeah, but there's. I mean,
The
there's,
Royals.
No, maybe
That was the Royals
there-
year.
we're in a pretty dry area, though. Honestly, for having this
Wait,
many
does that make
people
sense?
and
No, they're in the
teams.
same division.
No, it
Or the
wasn't.
same conference.
Was it the Astros at the time? No, Astros were playing then.
Somebody beat,
I don't know.
Somebody beat the Tigers. I
Yeah,
know
we'll have
that.
to look it up.
Yeah.
Where's Hop?
But anyway, so whatever. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Philadelphia's pretty bad.
I mean, yeah, Philly.
But it's
Philly.
a small area too.
Yeah, 76ers, the Flyers,
They always have pretty
the
good
Phillies.
teams.
They've had.
The Phillies got one not too long
Yeah, the
ago.
Phillies got one. The Eagles got one.
But you know what? The
Yeah.
Eagles and the
Philly
Phillies. The
special.
thing about the Eagles and Phillies, that's the thing you can say about them. 2 Eagles, Phillies. Not sure about the Flyers. 'Cause I'm not
I
really
don't think
into.
the Flyers have won
they
one
have-
in a
they-
while.
but
Maybe
they-
one.
But remember,
I
the
can't think of
Phillies
it.
for 4 or 5 years were good. The we're strong. We're always involved.
Yeah.
The Eagles were.
Their
involved.
teams are always
Well,
good.
the Eagles went to what? 4 NFC Championship games or
Yeah.
5
They
NFC
went to
Championship games?
four in a row.
And they went to a Super Bowl, and the 5th one they lost. So they had that success, kind of like the Packers,
Yeah, the Sixers the
without
same way.
winning. But they were always there. So if you were bitching about the Eagles back then, shut up, whatever. Blah,
Sixers
blah.
are the same way. They're really good. They've been good for a while.
They're always involved.
Yeah.
We got
So,
Embiid.
so we're basically singling out poor old San Diego. Huh?
San Diego, that's it.
A whale's vagina.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like
We're looking at the
Houston or
map.
How about
Dallas.
Minnesota?
Yeah, they've lost a lot of Super Bowls back in the
Yeah,
day.
Minnesota.
The
Twins have
the
won
Twins
a
got
couple.
the 2 World Series back to back, didn't they?
Hockey,
Or that was early 90s.
basketball, nothing.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, Minneapolis. sorry.
Dallas though too. I mean, you start thinking about it. When's the last time
yeah.
the Cowboys have
The,
won?
the Mavs,
89?
the Mavs had 1.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going live, I mean, they owned the end of the 90s.
Yeah,
they
I mean,
owned it.
They've been good.
They
but-
shared it with the
Most of the 90s.
the 49ers were early, and then the Niners were. I mean, the Cowboys were at the end, but that was back when.
Yeah.
But since then,
Yeah,
they haven't had Texas Rangers aren't like tearing it up.
The
or
North
the
Star- the
North-
Dal- yeah.
whatever they are.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
so-
don't know.
That's interesting, yeah.
I think it's kind of equal. I mean, there's some places like Tampa's won 14 championships in the last 2 years here.
Yeah. Well, might win another one.
How about Seattle?
Oh,
Seattle.
Seattle.
Just rains.
Sonics don't even.
It's been raining on their parade.
Is there still a basketball team there?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say. I
They
don't-
got, but they got a hockey team now.
yeah, the Krakens, right?
The
the
Kraken.
Phil My Kraken.
Phil McCracken. Anyway, so that was your bad.
I don't remember
I
what we
don't
were
even-
talking
yeah,
about.
that was- you need a
just
bad.
our area.
I need a
sucks.
bad.
Yeah, you're bad.
My bad is Tony La Russa. That wasn't going to be.
Yeah.
We talked about him. That's my bad. That's it. Quick and simple.
That's why I was trying to spread this out.
Yep. Let's move to the good. Eric, you can start with. No, Ed, you do the good first.
Yeah, let me go first.
You go first.
The Tampa Bay Bolts coming back 0-2, winning 4 straight games, back in the championship for the 3rd straight year.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa, they're feeling bad. They've only won a Super Bowl and 2 NHL championships, lost a World Series all in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe
Bastards.
there's more. Maybe I'm missing something too.
Yeah, they're involved again this year in baseball. They're going to be most likely be involved in football. The hockey, obviously, they're involved. They're in the finals.
Tampa Bay,
Is who else is in the finals? Is that
Colorado.
Colorado's there?
Colorado. That's how you say it. Colorado.
That John Denver's full of
That's
shit.
a Dolphins vagina.
Colorado.
What's your good?
My good is Steph Curry. A little bit banged up.
He's part of the Splash Brothers. You know that, right?
No shit.
Yeah. No shit.
I think. I think. Wow. No, just a great game. He's banged up. He still scores 43. Had some clutch moments towards the end of the last game. I got him he's now officially in my top 10 players of all time, easily. Well, 9th or 10th, right in there.
Middleton's 8th.
Middleton is 6, actually.
Jesus Christ.
Middleton is 6.
Not again.
Bucks and 6.
Rogers is 4.
Bucks and 6. Middleton and 6, baby. Right
Did you
after
see my Rogers picture?
right after Lance.
Yes, that was awesome.
So yeah.
Oh, Lance in the list too for NBA.
Yeah.
Lance.
So Steph Curry, I think that's an obvious one. It's an obvious
Yeah.
good. He had
Yeah,
a good night.
that's a
the
good
other
one.
night,
He can
so.
shoot a little bit.
Yeah, and he did. I mean, he was even taking it in. I
No,
mean,
he gets that. He's very.
I think
He's
he's got a complete game.
He's very underrated. Yeah.
Has there been anybody as good a shooter as him in the NBA history?
God, no. Not even close.
And I'm not saying by
I'm
percentage.
still gonna-
I'm just saying if you wanted to get
I'm
pure
still,
shooter.
I'm still going to debate with Larry Bird. Larry Bird could shoot, and Larry Bird can shoot. I mean, nobody
they
really.
didn't, the game was different then, though.
He
too.
would just, it was harder.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you Larry Bird was a better
You
all
grab
around.
Larry Bird's jersey, was going up, not get called, he still make the shot. Yeah. Now
And he elbow you on the way.
Bird was a better all around player than Curry.
I just think don't get me wrong, Curry's a great shooter. I'm not saying, but I mean, I give Bird a look. Bird is a good shooter. Bird was one of the, really good.
You're not going to get much debate here.
But I see what you're saying, though.
Terrible mustache.
Yeah.
I mean, because you always, Ray Allen holds all the records.
Yeah, Ray Allen was a good shooter.
Curry's got the record now.
But Ray Allen was a very good shooter, too, I guess. We forget about him.
Yeah.
I mean, but Curry, I'm not. It's hard. That's an easier argument to say. Yeah, you might be right.
But Larry Bird was like 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah, he was a big dude.
Yeah, 6'7".
So he's out there shooting from way out.
He was like Dirk. Dirk, good shooter too, but not as.
At 7 feet tall, he was an incredible.
He had that great
shooter,
turnaround,
too.
step back, a 1 foot little floater he threw up. Incredible.
Dirk and Durant at 7 feet tall, the way they shoot, it just doesn't seem right. It's not even fair. What if Giannis could shoot like that? I think they would shut the league down. Would they just shut it down? They'd be like, "Fuck this."
No, he'd
going to
finish
Saudi
fourth
Arabia.
in MVP voting, no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
Fourth.
Jokic would win,
That was great.
and Embiid wouldn't.
I think Embiid got ripped off personally. I don't know how Embiid didn't win.
We saw him play not too, and it
Yeah.
was like sick.
Well, this is it now though for Jokic, because if you win 2 back-to-backs, you're done.
You can never win
Curry
again.
did it, and Giannis did it, and they never get another sniff.
No.
I don't want to say that.
That was your good.
Steph Curry was my good.
My
yes.
good is going to be Highway to Danger. Top Gun Maverick. I saw this
What is
weekend.
he singing?
Top Gun Maverick. And it was good. It was very good. It was enjoyable because everything was real in the movie. All the fighting, all the actors in the planes was all real. I read everything was legit. It was Miles Teller played Goose's son in the movie, and it's crazy how much he looks like him in the movie.
Are you serious?
You're gonna freak out when you see him with the glasses.
Miles Teller's a great actor.
You're gonna see him, and you'll be like, when he's sitting there, he's sitting playing Great Balls of Fire in the bar.
Are you serious?
His son plays it, and they're singing. Whatever. You have to watch the movie.
Take me to bed or lose me forever.
Yeah, but he's playing Great Balls of Fire.
That's what they sing in that scene.
Yeah. So but you have
Was
to,
Meg Ryan in it or
No.
Oh,
She
thank
in
God.
the movie they explained she had passed away.
Oh,
So
from a facelift.
Jesus Christ. Who brought this guy tonight?
No, but it's a good. I don't want to tell you.
I
also,
heard. Did you hear why Kelly McGinnis is not in it?
because she's a moose.
She even admitted. She goes, "You don't want me in this movie.
Yeah.
I'm awful." Dude.
Val
I looked
Kil-
in the mirror this
Oh,
morning.
it'd be great to see the sexual scene, with the light coming from the back, where the tongue kiss
Oh
and
my
everything.
gosh, can you
And
imagine?
it's just like, like a Twinkie falls out and hits him in the face.
So is Anthony Edwards is not in it?
No, he died.
He's dead.
He died in the first movie.
Oh, that's
Goose
right.
blows up.
I thought because he
He splashed down.
I thought because he played for the Wolves, Timberwolves.
Oh.
He was in. Oh, I watched. I got another movie. I got.
Well, they could have done a
That's
flashback.
Ant.
They could do a flashback.
Oh yeah,
They
flashback.
did do a couple flashbacks in the movie.
Oh, so he could have been in the damn.
He
movie.
was in the movie actually. You're right. They just flashback.
Oh,
they
he
showed him.
was in the movie.
But it was like flashbacks from the original movie. But yeah, it was a good movie. Jennifer Connelly's in it. He's like she's Tom Cruise's love interest. 'Cause they kind of making a story where
Isn't
I
he
think
a lot older than her?
yeah, but the only thing I will say was terrible was his hair dye in the movie. In a couple scenes it was like looked like a bad wig, but his hair
He's
just
got to be 65.
yeah, well, it's like 57, I think, so I'm 58. But you think they would do like almost like a real subtle, little salt and pepper. You don't gonna be too great, but just make him look.
Oh, it's
a
just
little.
pure jet black.
And it's
isn't it?
almost, and it's not even a buzz cut. It's like a kind of longer. So if they would have done more of a military cut to his hair,
Scott,
maybe it would look. I don't know.
Quit being so glib, Scott. Scott, quit being so glib.
Did they do the volleyball?
Remember that when he doing Matt Lauer?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
and he's standing on the chair.
Yeah.
Quit being glib.
Yeah,
Oh, and he's hopping around.
yeah, yeah.
Did they do the volleyball scene?
They play football on the beach.
Oh no, shit.
Yeah. So
That's
it's
awesome.
and Tom Cruise had his shirt off, and yeah, 57 years old. Good for him.
I love
Oh, I'm
those-
sure. Yeah, he's. I mean,
It was a good movie.
I love the sweaty guy montage scenes.
you wouldn't want to see Val Kilmer though in that.
Val Kilmer was in it, and he can't
Was he really?
speak anymore. His throat.
Yeah, he's got the
Yeah,
little voice box.
tuberculosis.
So he talked in the movie through on a computer talking to him because they made it like he had some kind of cancer because he passed away in the movie. Sorry to be a
God
But
Jesus Christ, can we watch 1 minute of this thing?
and
Slider, you stink.
but he's like Admiral
I'm starting to get
Who, the
afraid
guy
that
that says that?
Val Kilmer.
Oh,
he's the
Admiral.
Admiral.
Okay.
I'm starting to get afraid that the Chinese might take us over.
No, but it's a good movie. Go see it. Trust me. I did watch another movie this week on Netflix. Hustle. Adam Sandler. He's a
the basketball
he's
movie.
a scout for the 70s. It's a pretty good movie.
Okay.
Sure.
Check it out. Check it out. A lot of NBA players in it,
No shit.
playing themselves and other people. So it's a real good movie. Real good. Queen Latifah is Adam Sandler's wife. Pretty good. Good job.
Queen Latifah.
In real life?
No, in the movie.
Oh.
So let's talk a little bit. What do you want to talk about now? We can talk about MLB. We brought up a little bit. The Brewers are struggling. The White Sox are struggling. The Cubs have been struggling since we started the show. Since we started baseball. Since we started the show, basically.
Yes, they've been struggling.
They've been struggling.
Yes.
So anything we talked a little bit, but you still think the Brewers are going to win the division? And I know you said that a minute ago. I'm gonna circle back to that. And I want to. So you really think that you're sold on them going to still win the division?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. How about you, Eric?
I don't watch baseball,
Okay.
so yes.
Okay. I just
Their pitching's too good.
I think there is, but if they don't get healthy, which they should, but the only thing, it's the Cardinals, man.
The Cardinals are always
Smoke and mirrors Cardinals.
They always find a way.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they
The St.
find
Louis
It's
a way.
because of
Smoke and mirrors.
LaRussa. It's because of isn't he the?
No, he's
No,
the
he's
White
not.
It's
Sox.
the curse of LaRussa.
Yeah.
He's he was on a 7-year bender and now he's the manager of the White Sox, right?
Well, two guys that have been pretty much sucky for years, I'm not saying sucky, but just mediocre for Goldschmidt and Arenado.
Are on fire.
They're on fire.
Yeah.
Oh,
O'Neill's been out. He's back now. So now they even got more firepower.
And they're getting pitch out, caught him. And they're getting not a pitch out, a good move. That's Almora, isn't it?
Yeah, well, if he screwed up, it's Almora.
I can't see. Anyway, what were you talking about? I lost my train of thought here.
baseball.
The White Sox. I thought something. The White Sox. Well, LaRussa. I was gonna say LaRussa. They had an out with LaRussa right away when he got caught drunk driving, and he was, you know who I am, and they should.
That was before that. That happened before
no,
he got
because
hired.
he was the White Sox manager. He said, "You know who I am. I'm the
Yeah.
White Sox manager."
it
He
was?
actually said
Yeah,
that.
it was like
okay.
in March or
Yeah.
something, right?
So you think
before.
they were
right after he got hired.
Yeah.
That's right.
So you think they would have said, "Well, let's just fire this guy.
yeah, come on.
We made a mistake. We have a reason to get rid of him now."
Supposedly the rumor is him and Reinsdorf are like buddies, like real good buddies. And it's like, well, that doesn't matter if he's burying your team.
Reinsdorf, a guy.
Moncada's been garbage, and they gave up a lot to get him.
Mm-hmm. I do think the White Sox.
Kopech went out today after 2 batters.
Nice.
Yeah, no, not for my fantasy team.
Do you think the White Sox? I'm not gonna say win the division because that's gonna be hard. Do you think they're gonna make the playoffs? The White Sox. You think they will?
They're gonna have to win that division. Boston, the Yankees, and Tampa are gonna go in that division.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. You think the Cubs are gonna make the playoffs?
Well, right now, possible. If
20
the Cardinals fall apart there.
In 2028,
2028.
they'll make the playoffs. Yep.
Yeah, they're still 2 years away.
Isn't that too?
I'm not a Cubs fan like these guys on all the tweeters.
Yeah.
Snapchat.
These guys are insane.
He's a very strange young man.
He's an idiot. Comes from upbringing. Parents are probably idiots too.
Those are the guys. And they're like, we should have kept Bryant, Baez, Rizzo, and then added, Garrett Cole, Scherzer, and, we'd have been right back in it. It's like,
Kenley Jansen, get Trevor Hoffman out of retirement.
get LaRussa on the phone.
Get LaRussa. We got a team you can manage.
It's insane. And they do not see that when all your talent is in A ball or high A or low A, where the Cubs, all their talent is right now, what's the point of spending all that money right now? It makes no sense. Your players are 2-3 years away.
Well, yeah, you're not gonna win now.
No, you got to sell to win. No.
Okay, then I got a question as a Cubs fan that doesn't watch baseball at all right now. In 2 years, with what you're talking about, what they have in the farm, do I want to start watching baseball again? Then?
Yes.
2 years.
Yeah, because here's what's
They're
going to
going to be right there because of that's how much talent they have.
Yeah, they're going to have a lot of talent coming up. And what they're going to do is they'll trade a guy or two here at the trade deadline. Contreras. Well, he just got his Contreras.
Yeah, he's got to be.
They just
arbitration. He got a
arbitration.
year for like $9 million.
Yeah, and if they don't re-sign him, I mean, he's a good trade chip. Hendricks might be going. And then what they're going to do next year, they got Stroman. He signed, I think, for 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
They're going to sign another guy. They're probably going to sign a shortstop here, I'm going to guess, even though a lot of their shortstops are in the minor leagues. But, you might go out and get a Trey Turner guy. They're going to add one of those guys, just like they did with Lester.
Mm-hmm.
Those type of guys in Rizzo, and they brought those guys in.
And then bring everybody up.
And then these guys are going to start coming up at the same time, and then they'll go out and get 2 or 3 guys. Another Zobrist type guy they're going to get.
Sure.
Fill in those gaps. Hap might even be gone by then. I don't know.
And then we're having another parade.
And we'll probably, or at least a chance for one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always a parade on March 17th. And
I like
parades.
And
the river's green.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So what kind of chips we eating? We got
we got all kinds of chips.
Larry the Cable Guy flavors.
Chips.
Which one we doing?
We got Larry's BBQ tater chips, Buffalo Wild Wings, or Buffalo Wings and blue cheese, or everything but the kitchen
What are we
sink.
choosing?
I think we want the kitchen sink, right, Eric?
Okay.
Get her done.
Get her done. So while we're eating food, let's talk about food.
Oh, yeah.
Our favorite seafood, best thing you ever ate, seafood version. We'll do our ones, and then we can do a couple honorable mentions if you'd like. So let's start. Eric, go ahead. You start. Best seafood you ever ate.
Well, I'm a shrimp guy. So if I'm down south, if I'm on a coastal area, I go towards shrimp. And the best shrimp. And then if you're in the South, Charleston, New Orleans, places like that, shrimp and grits. So the best shrimp I ever had, shrimp combo with shrimp and grits, is Muriel's on Jackson Square in New Orleans. So Jackson Square, out just in the, you've been there. In a great restaurant. Just if you ever get a chance, it's just a classic place. It's supposedly haunted. It's one of those places that it's not a dinner, it's an experience. You go for like 2 hours and you get a 5-course meal, and you get first of all, you have a couple drinks, and then you have your gumbo. You get some gumbo as an appetizer, and then you get your main entree, and then you get bread pudding, and then they bring out more drinks, and it's just that kind of place. And it is haunted. In fact, you go to the second floor, they have a place setting for the ghosts.
Little Head.
Yeah, Little Head.
Nobody knows that except a few people.
No.
Little Head. But now I get it. Great place. Happy ending, Little Head. But yeah.
So you want to hear that story for the Little Head? I'll break it up right now.
Anyway, my shrimp and grits. So shrimp from Muriel's was incredible. Freshly caught.
Do the Little Head story. Tell them the Little Head story.
Let's go Little Head.
Okay.
You got a Little Head at Muriel's?
We're on a tour in Door County on a ghost tour. We do
haunted drinking tour.
So you hit some bars, you hit some haunted bars and stuff in like Bailey's Harbor. We're in Fish Creek. Scott's hammered. I don't know what else to say.
And this is shocking.
I mean, Hop was there, Kevin was there, we were all there. So we're in this room across from what's the one in what's the one in Fish Creek? The Base, not Base.
It was Bayside
Tavern.
Yeah, Bayside
right
Tavern.
across the street.
Hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really hot chocolate. They lie to you.
Yeah.
It's all booze and it's crazy.
Bastards.
Yeah.
So we're right across the street. There's like a house kind of like on the hill before it goes back up the bluff. And, there's another group in there. So there's like, 25 people. And they're showing a picture. It was taken back in the 1940s or something. And see, the house is haunted. If you look, there's a little head right up in the window in this picture. I mean, it's so blurry. It's like, you can't even see it. So she's like, pass this picture around, everybody. Scott gets the picture. He's like, I got this. Walks to the first guy, little head. Walks to the second lady, little head.
I've heard
he
the
does
story
it like 21 times.
And the best thing about that story, remember, we were there and the tour lady was like she was laughing about it. But then this other girl in our tour, remember her? She was hammered and she was like,
oh yeah.
And then she got like yelled at, the other girl, for doing anything.
Why were you guys so drunk during a ghost tour?
The tour guy loved me, Little Head. Hey,
did you drink during the tour, or why were you so drunk?
Yeah, you drink. You stopped at bars too.
And the Cubs game was on.
Yeah, that was.
So each bar we go to, we were drinking and watching, an inning or something.
Yeah, I was.
I have heard this story.
Little Head.
We're at Al Capone's place too, and that was where that lady got a little crazy and got yelled at.
Yeah.
Al Capone's place in
It was Bailey's, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was something up there. Yeah,
It was down. It was south of Fish Creek.
that was that house, that creepy house, like right across. Yeah, that was that like weird looking house.
Oh,
yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
For some reason, I went to like Derringer's restaurant in up north. Where's that? Northern Wisconsin.
Little Bohemia.
Yeah, I was thinking about Derringer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or Manitowish.
Where he got shot up. Where he got shot up, right?
Yeah, there
Yeah.
was.
They
yeah,
escaped,
they
though.
shot up there. Yeah.
Is that where is that that movie which Johnny Depp was about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they get away and they don't even get shot at. They shoot up some tourists.
Oh, nice.
The FBI just shot them, and killed them. And well, oopsie.
J. Edgar Hoover.
Yeah.
Speaking of the FBI.
So my best fit.
Speaking of seafood.
Now I'm embarrassed as a fat man. I can't remember the name of the place or what the dish was, but I'm going to tell you. So, in honor of Pride Month, on accident, I end up in this gay bar in San Juan, Puerto Rico, which, it's happened to all of us,
accident.
right?
Come on.
Well, it was me and Amber, so, So we go in and we're sitting down and they had big, like mojitos and it was awesome. And I'm finally looking around and, there's not a lot of English spoken there. And I look on all the walls and there's a lot of paintings of naked men on the walls. And I'm like, okay.
When in Rome.
So, yeah, so we're ordering stuff, but they brought out, we had grouper tacos. They were awesome. And it was like grouper mango, I think. So they were really good. And then we had a grouper ceviche, which was off the charts. But they brought out this one, and I've been trying to figure out what it was. It was a pastry, like almost like a round donut cut in half, so it was like the long ways, but it was hollow in the center, so it was kind of a sweet pastry.
Hollow. Oh,
and it was filled with octopus that was cooked in vinegar and
ceviche, just
essentially ceviche,
yeah, oil.
but like lemon juice, vinegar.
Yeah.
Dude, and it was like a sweet, and it was ridiculous. Best thing I've ever had. I don't even know the name of it. It's kind of like an empanada or
Empapussy?
I could see now.
Octopus. I don't know.
I can see Ed Googling top 10 male strip bars in San Juan that have
strip
good
bar.
seafood.
It wasn't a strip. There was no naked guys in there. Well, the pictures were.
That's
naked,
his search.
I did that today.
I just happened to end up at this.
Do
male
not
strip club.
Google with your images things set on top 10 gay bars in San Juan, Puerto Rico. There were a lot of cocks in them pictures. So anyways.
So I found some new screensavers.
But the empanadas were great.
That's what I even said. Because I was kind of looking around and I asked the waitress, there was one that spoke a little English. And I was like, is this like I'm guessing it's a gay bar. And she's like, well, yeah, it's, we have a large, LGBTQ clientele, and I was like, well, I don't give a shit, man. Your food is off the charts. It was great. Some best seafood I've ever had in my life.
Nice. My best is going to be, and I don't know if it's even still open, Chicago. We went there for anniversary. It's called Kiefer's. It was sea scallops.
Did you say queefers?
Yes.
John?
No.
No.
Yeah, it was ski scallops. They were probably as big as a coaster, the scallops. And they had a little pickled ginger on them and a little, I can't remember what else, but they were just 4 huge scallops and they were incredible. Just incredible. Yeah,
scallops, if you get them good, I mean.
Very good, very good.
Just cooked on the outside, essentially. And
yep, they were really good. And the pickled ginger, I'm not a huge. I'm like, but it went perfect with them. I'm like, I gotta try it. It was awesome. I never thought I would like pickled ginger.
Oh, it's good.
But I loved it. Yeah. It was excellent. Any honorable mentions you have?
Just the other day on would have been last day of school. Was it Wednesday? We went out to Old Madrid.
Okay,
great restaurant in Racine,
mm-hmm.
and we got shrimp. Chili shrimp. So it came out like with a crostini, and you had there was maybe 8 shrimp on this thing, but they were cooked in like a chili oil they were spicy. So you get a crostini. There was an aioli you spread over the top of that crostini, and then you put the shrimp and pour the oil over it, and it was fantastic.
It was good, awesome.
But it was spicy. I was still when I got home, I was still tasting that one.
Eric, do you have any honorable mentions?
I was just in Amelia Island, Florida, another great shrimp area, and a restaurant called the Salty Pelican. And Jackson and I ate we tried everything.
Pelicans?
No Pelican.
Oh.
Actually, but their wings were called Pelican wings, but they're obviously just buffalo wings.
Obviously.
But we tried everything. We had the shrimp was great. The oysters, we had like fried oysters were really good. Some crab. I mean, everything in that restaurant was awesome. We actually had alligator too. We had alligator bites, and we just did a little sampler of everything, and the food was all just incredible. Great beer, great restaurant, great atmosphere. Salty Pelican. So
That was on Amelia
Island. Yep.
Okay.
I don't remember the name of the place I'm going to say, so I'm like Ed. But it was on the way to the Keys. We stopped at a place. We stopped and had a few. We stopped, had a cocktail, and we stopped and had a couple. We have an appetizer once in a while on the way from Miami to, because it's a 3-hour drive to Key West. And we stopped at a place, and something that people, you like them or you're not, you like them or you don't like them. I get it why. But conch fritters at this place were incredible.
I love conch fritters.
They had a little sweet remoulade sauce, incredible, and they were good. I gave you 4. My Jenny don't like them, so I got them all to myself.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's mine. The conch fritters were incredible. But I'm a big shrimp guy. If I find something good shrimp, I love to get shrimp. I'm a huge calamari fan.
Yep.
Calamari.
Jackson and I always get calamari.
You know who's got great calamari around here? Just the breaded calamari. Jeez, hold on a second. Casa Capri.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've had.
We went very good. It's a large amount too.
We went to Pisano's on Broadway the other night for Jace's graduation on Friday night with my in-laws and my mom and dad and everybody. And we got some calamari there, and they were cut almost like onion ring size.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they were pretty legit, nice and tender.
Mm-hmm.
The sauce they gave was pretty decent. It was almost like a sweet cocktail sauce. So I liked it a little better than. But yeah, I mean,
are you guys big lobster? I mean, I've had some good lobster. Yeah. I can't remember where, but I've had decent lobster.
I'm the stage stop out in Wilmot for local.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they always have a surf and turf, and the lobster's solid.
I think you got to go to like if you're in Massachusetts.
I'm more of a crab. Oh, you know what?
Lobster
roll I had in Key West too. I'd called the crab shack, someone's crab shack. It's called right on this main strip.
Yeah.
It was just a butter lobster roll and mayo mixed with a thing in this thing.
I don't think you can screw up a
those
lobster.
Places that when you travel to those types of towns like Key West, Amelia Island, whatever, those restaurants are always just like those are the best places in the world. Fresh caught shrimp, fresh this, fresh that. They always have a huge drink menu and beer menu, and you get to sit outside and listen to the ocean. It's just there's nothing better than those types of restaurants.
Yeah,
I can picture everything you said. I can just picture it.
I think, and the food was good, but the food's always better. Just because where you are,
and your attitude and everything, you're on vacation.
It could have tasted like crap for all I know.
Yeah.
You want something salty, and then you want to chase it down with something
like this,
this beverage.
I had a lobster roll at the Green Dragon Tavern in Boston last year.
Okay.
And the Green Dragon's where the revolution essentially started. That's where they all met.
Okay.
Because they had to go all the way out to Lexington, which is like a mile and a half away. It was a big deal.
Yeah.
So they met at this tavern, and that's where. But I had a lobster roll there, and it was legit.
Wow. Yeah, lobster roll I didn't think, but I was pretty good. But yeah, so okay, well let's.
Yeah, so I brought out something we could chase down this seafood that we're not eating.
I did not expect the taste coming out.
Well, you're not supposed to drink it yet.
Oh, I didn't.
I like beer cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you drink. I drink beer when I am sad, cause the beer it makes me glad. Now there's nothing left to say, so let's go drink beer. Beer is good! Beer is good! Beer is good!
Well, we're talking about seafood and salty food. Why not wash it down with a hazy India Pale Ale? And the group here, the Benchwarmers, have always been huge fans of a brewery called Eagle Park. I had lunch at the Eagle Park in Muskego. Great food, by the way. Talk about food. They got some unique stuff, unique offerings. We should do a little road trip there.
I have to interrupt. Did they have the curry fries there?
The curry fries, that's Good City.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, Eagle Park's got some unique stuff, though.
You ever had the curry fries?
I did, yeah.
Excellent.
The Eagle Park has something called the Pow Pow shrimp or something like that, which is really good.
Okay.
Something like Bang Pow shrimp or something, but it's a good menu throughout. But
okay, go ahead.
So the beer that I have here for us is called Always on My Mind. It's a hazy India Pale Ale, and when I drink it, I just want to start singing. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. And maybe I didn't treat Ed quite as good as I should have. So it's a tribute. Oh, my mic turned off for some crazy reason. It's a tribute to Willie, and not the Willie you guys are thinking of, Willie Nelson. Great hazy IPA, but it also makes me think of a little topic for the guys here. A little impromptu poll question or...
Let's do it. Should we try the beer first?
Try the beer, and then we'll go into this quick little impromptu poll question. Scott hates it. He's not an IPA guy.
It's a weird hazy because I thought it was just going to be a straight IPA when I smelled it.
Yeah, not bitter.
It was the opposite. It was like too smooth almost.
I think I just grew hair in my chest.
Yeah, it's got bite to it.
Yeah,
but not in a bad way.
No,
it's not a bitter beer at all. It's really good.
It just surprised me because the smell was like, I thought it was going to be like one of those
potent.
IPAs that punches you.
Yeah.
It's not bad. A couple sips. It's not too bad.
It's got the Nelson Sauvin hop from New Zealand. So that's probably what you're tasting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm used to the Smith and Wesson from
punches you right
Texas.
It shoots you right in the mouth every time.
I don't know where that came from. Anyway.
So,
anyways.
I apologize for my sore throat singing. It's, Scott had his moment. He had his moment where he could sing, and I just figured I'd do a little Willie Nelson. But it made me...
sorry. Go ahead.
It made me think Willie Nelson is one of those iconic musicians, and his voice it's very unique. Is it good? I don't know. It's raspy. And I'm like, so here's a poll question or a snake draft or whatever you guys want to do with it. But there's so many of these unique musicians, great singers throughout time that are their voices really, really good. I mean, their voices are very distinct, very raspy. And I mean, Willie Nelson being one of them. And so I don't know. What do you guys?
John Fogerty.
There's one.
Bob Dylan, but he's garbage.
Yeah.
Good point.
Dylan, to me, terrible. Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and start my car when it's cold out.
His songs though.
The battery charger.
Here's the thing about Bob Dylan, is that everybody else sings his songs way better than he did.
Yeah, he's a great songwriter.
Everybody. I mean, Adele. I mean, everybody's singing all of his songs that he wrote.
His
over
songs
the years.
aren't bad songs.
Yes.
It's the. Yes.
It's just.
Well, Willie Nelson's kind of in the same thing. He's a songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
But then he did have a few hits,
But the distinct voice makes them, I think people are drawn to that, right? I mean,
yeah.
like Stevie Nicks.
Yeah. How about Eddie Vedder?
Yeah, that's another very unique.
And his voice is good.
Yeah.
But he's got the distinct, when you hear it, you probably know who it is.
Who's that guy from Maroon 5?
Yeah.
Is that all computerized or is...
No, what's his name? I forget his name. Adam Levine.
Levine.
There you go. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I just thought it was an interesting topic. There's probably people could probably chime in all night long on it, but there's so many of those voices that are like,
well, some of the metal
right
bands, especially the metal bands, you hear these guys and it's, God, their voices are awful, but they work for what they're doing.
Exactly.
They just landed in the right spot.
How about Steven Tyler?
Yeah, that's one. But again, I mean, he could hit every note. Like some of these guys, like could Bob Dylan hit all these? No, Tom Petty, that was another one.
Yeah,
he's very Dylan-like, probably a little bit higher quality voice than Dylan.
Way better.
But it's got the same kind of raspiness and I think maybe it's because my voice is so raspy. This is why the topic was.
How about Melissa Etheridge?
That's a good point.
That's one the raspiness gets you all the time. I think with these guys or
kind of
women.
a smoky, like especially when it's a woman.
Smoky, yeah,
a smoky voice like that.
It's almost like sexy.
Mm-hmm.
That voice.
Yeah, Bonnie Raitt is another one.
Yep. Yeah. Anybody else? Don't name some more.
Well, I mean, I could go all night. I mean,
we're here. We're here all night, everybody.
Shit, now I'm
gonna black out.
What happened?
I just blacked out. How
well,
about
you name one for me?
I just named two. Let's see. Let me think. How about
if you're looking at like top of the top, that wouldn't have been in a, if they're in a band in some of these rock bands, they just fit. It's like Stevie Nicks is one of them again.
Mm-hmm.
She wouldn't have worked in some of these other.
And that's the one
she worked. Her voice is great with Tom Petty.
Yeah.
Because they kind of complement each
other. How about Maureen Stapleton?
The Stapleton sisters?
No, she's saying, isn't that, when is she on?
That's Chris Stapleton.
No, she's sang on Archie, All in Family before the
Oh,
song.
yeah.
Archie.
Songs that made the hit parade.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Yeah. Her voice.
Yeah.
Now I got to sing finally.
Yeah, see? We're all saying tonight. I'm trying to think who else. Well, there's so many. I mean, you can.
I wasn't prepared for that. So
I know. That's why I was.
No,
I
no,
just
it's a
kinda
good one.
throwing
It's
it
a
out
good
there.
one, though. I mean, yeah, the voices are.
I mean, the main ones for me are Willie and Stevie Nicks and, what did we say? Bob Dylan, obviously, and Tom Petty. Those are very.
What we're talking about, guy. Toby Keith has stomach cancer. Found out.
Yeah,
gosh,
yeah.
really?
He's been fighting for 6 months. I saw.
Yeah, he's been on chemo and
Yikes.
everything.
Well, another.
Good American.
How about Garth Brooks? Maybe.
That's smooth. Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of those country western singers that have a little bit of raspiness.
Oh,
to them, but-
Luke Bryant, for sure.
Yeah.
He's got that nasally thing. You can understand. You can know it's him when you hear him. Not that I listen a lot, but
Yeah, and then
Shit, I go to Grateful Dead concerts. They all suck at singing. I'm gonna be honest. But it works for what they do.
Well, yeah, I mean, Jerry had a very unique voice.
And his was super raspy until he,
Yep.
OD'd.
Yeah,
But yeah, all those guys, they all sound weird. But it works for the type of music, and if you're really wasted, it sounds good.
and they bring John Marin, who's a really good singer, though. I
Yeah,
think. I mean,
He's kind of the same thing. He's kind of limited what he can
bluesy
sing.
voice.
Yeah.
and-
And he works really good with the band.
yeah.
how about Freddie Mercury?
Yeah, he couldn't hit those notes.
No, but I'm saying distinctive voice. Yeah.
Oh, distinctive.
yeah,
very
yeah, like
distinctive.
you're saying. Yeah, I'm sorry, I wasn't making.
He's kind of saying distinctive. That's
His voice is in a museum.
No,
They study his voice. They study his voice.
You were
as
looking for
like
guys
a-
that suck, though.
Well, I don't
no
know.
guys
not
that didn't
suck,
have range and.
Oh, I
Just
just thought
kind
the
of that
guys that you just if you
raspy,
hear them
just-
on the radio, you know that's who it is.
But they're
Oh.
legends. They're legends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I was just
the
thinking
Willie
guys.
Nelson thing.
So when I said Steven Tyler and stuff, I think he's a good singer. I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
Steven
He does.
Tyler
He-
is
that's
a
why
good-
he
yeah,
can
yeah.
hit.
I
he
was
can
just
hit
I was
more.
just going with guys that if I hear them, I go,
Yeah.
oh, that's them. Oh, that's them. Oh, that's
Oh,
them.
But it's
there's-
like you
yeah,
know you
there's-
don't line up Tom Petty and say he's not with us anymore, but hit all these notes. You can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put him on The Voice. He ain't the best singer out there.
No.
For no.
If we're going for, how about, distinctive. Well, and I'm a fan of the band, but how about Ed Kowalczyk from Live?
Well,
His voice,
Those are the bands I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's like Live, and there's
Bush,
another one I was.
Gavin Rossdale. When their Bush was out, you knew it was his voice is kind of distinctive. I mean,
Who was the Stone Temple?
oh,
Scott
But he had a
Weiland.
good
Scott
voice.
Weiland.
That's a
He
good
was
voice.
he was
could sing.
he was a good
Same,
singer.
Alice in Chains, same thing. He
Lane
had
Staley,
a good
right?
range.
Lane Staley. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had good range.
Yeah.
Like he was, but it had a little bit of raspiness.
How about
to it.
Primus?
Yeah.
All their songs all their songs have the same type. When
Jer-
was that big brown beaver and just stuck it up in your nose?
Jerry's a rich guy driver. He
Yeah.
drove so
Well, that-
goddamn fast.
That it fits. It fits for
Yeah.
what they're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought it was an interesting topic.
Yeah, Les
I don't-
Claypool, I think. Or,
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
You're listening to the Basement Benchwarmers podcast. Check us out on Facebook at Basement Benchwarmers, also on Instagram at Basement Benchwarmers, and on Twitter at Base Benchwarmers, and our email is basementbenchwarmers@gmail.com.
So we just talked about a second ago. You talked to Toby Keith last week. Found out we talked. I brought up in the show for a second. We didn't talk much about it. The Bon Jovi's original bassist passed away last week. Alec John Such at 70 years old.
Really?
Holy cow.
So passed away. He was actually kicked out of the band after I think New Jersey. But yeah.
So he was there for the big albums.
Yeah, he did New Jersey, and he was with Slippery and Wet.
So I
So
just wanted to make you say that.
So yeah, he passed away last week. So yep, just thought I'd bring it up.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Speaking of old stuff, did you see
Willie's not here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I wanted to bring this up while he was here. Is old VHS tapes now are like selling like for big money
Oh, I got
if
one.
they're still in the box and like in good shape and everything. So more of like the Star Wars type one. If you still have like an original Star Wars, they're going for like thousands of dollars. Or
Really?
some of the Disney ones, VHS tapes.
Why?
Horrible. It's nostalgia.
I've heard that. So
A Star Wars one for $57,000 still in the box.
that's crazy.
So it was like still in the wrapper and everything.
Yeah.
I heard this recently too with books. So I know you guys are big books fans.
Bucks or books?
Books
Oh.
like the people will like type words on pages and then they bind them.
Whereas Waldo don't have writing. ahead.
But anyway, so this lady that retired recently that I was working with gave me a big crate full of Stephen King books, which I mentioned that I was reading a Stephen King book, and she thought that I was a Stephen King fan, so she gives me all the guy's books. I'm like, in my lifetime, I would never. But this other guy came in the office. He goes, "Well, is Carrie in there or is Cujo in there? Blah blah blah." Because they're supposedly worth thousands and thousands of dollars if you have a in good condition hard.
Yeah, and the binding's all good.
The binding's got to be good. And they're like, he said, Misery is worth like $50,000 or whatever.
Good movie.
Misery, yeah, Misery's a good movie.
James Caan.
Yep.
We could do that maybe as a snake draft. Stephen King movies.
Yep.
There's a few of them.
Yeah, I mean his movies are better than the books. The books.
I've read about 5 or 6.
What are you reading right now?
The book I was reading right now is called Billy Summers. It's about an assassin, and it's a decent book. I don't think it's going to go to movie. It's not like that intriguing of a story, but the book that I read before that, a King book, was the sequel to The Shining, which is called
The Dimming.
The Dimming. No, but it feeds off of it. Like the son, the Rad Ram. He's an adult. In fact, it's played by Obi-Wan Kenobi in the movie.
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor. Which I heard Obi-Wan. Are you watching Obi-Wan?
No.
I heard it's awesome. Jackson's raving about it. He says it's so good.
Okay.
Did you watch the others?
I just the
Mandalorian and
no, none of those.
Okay, he says it's really good anyway. But
Those are on Disney.
Disney Plus. Yeah.
Last Disney series I watched was
Rogue One.
No, the Marvel one.
Oh.
With the guy and the girl, the husband and wife, but they're both
Loki.
Oh, Loki! I watched Loki
Did you
too.
watch Loki?
But the other one with
WandaVision.
WandaVision was
and that's pretty good.
It's kind of weird, but it was good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Loki was good. It was okay.
Logan and I started watching Loki.
Loki was solid. It was okay. Yeah. He was kind of funny. That's why it was.
Owen Wilson's in it.
Yeah.
And yeah, anyway, I don't know. It's just going off on a rampage here, but yeah, I mean, I read that about VHS tapes too.
Yeah, I
that
was
the
surprised.
They're in good shape. So
okay. So you have some stuff that you said?
Yeah, I mean,
questions?
just some random stuff I've got here.
Okay.
Connor McDavid for the Edmonton Oilers scored 156 points this year. It's the most points in a season since 95-96. Since in that year, Lemieux scored 188 and Yager scored 172 on the same team.
Same team.
And in that same year, Sakic scored 154 for Colorado. So the top 3 scorers were all in 95-96. And then Connor McDavid now.
How many did he score this year?
156.
Wow.
Mario Lemieux had 188, so he was pretty good.
That was highest ever?
No.
Gretzky
had over 200 one year.
Okay, I was going to say. So Gretzky holds the record for most points in a season?
Yeah, but since like 95-96 modern times, I mean, it was a different game when Gretzky played. It's funny we're looking at Gretzky like an old time,
Yeah.
But he put up some huge numbers for a while. But there was goalies were still standing up. Pads were smaller, it was a different time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was different. I did have something pretty interesting. The top 10 NBA stars never to win a ring.
Top 10 stars never to win a ring. That's what we're supposed to guess?
Can we do
start
some?
guessing, man.
Who wants to start?
Go ahead.
Charles Barkley.
Number 1 on this list.
Okay, Charles Barkley. Never to win a ring.
Most of the guys are pretty modern guys, too. There's not there's only one from way back in the day.
I got 2 right.
Go ahead.
Let's go.
Karl Malone.
Karl Malone. Yep. He's number 2 on
I
here.
would have thought he would have been number 1.
Wow.
Well, that same John Stockton.
Yeah, Stockton's in there, too. Do you know, I got a little, actually, Karl Malone story while we're in the middle of it here. Did you guys watch Biden on Jimmy Kimmel the other day?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he was on there, and they did this weird skit where Jimmy was in blackface as Karl Malone, and Biden played the president. But only Kimmel was, believable.
Play the Jordan.
Hold on. Here we go.
See what I did there?
How about you said Stockton and Malone?
Stockton, Malone, and Barkley.
How about Gary Payton?
Nope.
Wow.
I know he was in the comments though, as he was one.
I had no problems with the glove.
I have no problems with the glove.
Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller didn't make it either on this list.
Really didn't make it on the list. Okay. All right, let me dive in here a little bit.
I mean, one guy's still playing, and one guy's coaching.
Wait, you have current players on there?
Some are current. A couple guys are. Well,
Jason Kidd?
No, he won one with the Mavs.
Oh, he did. He was on a team with Dirk. Yeah.
He's current player.
Current player. He almost won last year. He got up there pretty close.
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the coach, though, the guy's coaching.
I'm trying to
He was
think
a
of
great
other
player.
players. Oh, Patrick Ewing.
Patrick Ewing's on there. Good call.
But he's not coaching right now. The guy's a
I know,
different guy.
but
So,
just to go with the list.
The guy's coaching just started.
How about Clyde Drexler? Is he on there?
No, the Glide. No.
Oh.
That's good.
Not on there?
Oh, he won.
Oh, he
won
did
with the
Houston.
Rockets.
Yeah,
you're right. You're
He went
right.
with the Rockets and won. Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
Yep.
I was thinking all the teams that the Bulls.
He chased one.
I was thinking all the teams that Jordan let win.
So we got left. We got four guys. One old timer. I'll just call Elgin Baylor's the old timer.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you got one guy that liked bowling.
Chris Paul likes bowling.
No, he almost got kicked out of the college and because of a bowling incident.
I don't remember that.
AI.
Well, and Iverson. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then John Thompson come and saved his life and turned him around.
Yeah.
The other one's a coach. Just started, I think, last year, the year before, on one of the big teams. Canadian.
Oh. Nash.
Yeah, Steve Nash.
Oh, yeah.
The other two guys are the last two are both troubled NBA players now, but stars.
Latrell Sprewell.
They're troubled now?
Yeah. They're always in the news for shit. Doing stupid shit.
James Harden.
Harden's one of them.
And
Kyrie. No, he won one. What am I
No,
saying?
the other ones, he destroyed a whole team this year.
Russell Westbrook.
Westbrook.
That's right. He never won one.
Russell.
He'll get one next year with the Bucks.
Ugh, I hope not.
Yeah.
That's all I got there.
Damian Lillard.
Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard.
That's a buck next year right there.
That'd be. They say they're trying to add talent for him, though. What I've read.
Yeah.
Like a
Giannis going there.
Yeah.
What talent?
Yeah. Giannis and
Giannis and Middleton are going to Portland.
Westbrook's coming to the Bucks for Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
So it'll be Westbrook
and
3 picks
and Bobby Portis. That'd be a good team.
In Willie's absence, I do have some dad jokes.
Oh, go ahead, hit it.
Oh, nice.
Hit it. Pass the chips.
There ain't many left. I scarfed those.
Puff, puff, give. I accidentally sat on my phone. Sirius suggested several local gyms.
Repeat that again.
I accidentally sat on my phone. Siri suggested several local gyms.
That's horrible. That's worse than I thought it was.
That's what dad jokes are supposed to be.
I know, but it was worse than that even.
I'm reading a book called Quick Money for Dummies by Robin Banks. You do the crickets again or no?
I don't know who that is even.
Robin Banks.
Oh,
dude.
Robin Banks. I'm not hearing as well in my old age. They're not landing, though, either.
A police officer says to a couple, I'm sorry to tell you, but your son set the school on fire. They asked, our son? The officer replies, yes, your son. Mr. Bigger and Mrs. Bigger have a baby. Who's the biggest in the family? The baby, of course, because he's a little bigger. I stand corrected, said the man in the orthopedic shoes.
Jesus. Eric's dying over here. Gasping for air.
I'm trying to find another one here. Crickets.
Crickets?
Radio silence.
No, we can't do silence.
Somebody sing.
Did you guys see there's also, you know,
Highway to the danger zone. That was Scott.
what was I saying? I can't. Oh yeah, the way everything's going so great, according to Robert De Niro. Now there's a tampon shortage.
Oh.
Did anybody see that coming? I did. Once they started allowing guys to swim in women's leagues.
There was something I was going to say, and I can't. Oh, what the heck was it? It was I'll think about it. Go ahead. Carry on.
What do you got there?
No, you guys keep going because
I actually have a story here that.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
This is going to take a second here.
That's fine.
So, I read this on one of the, it's almost like a Dear Abby type thing. I think I sent this to you.
Okay.
So it's pretty much, it goes, me and my fiance just got married 2 months ago. We had our dream wedding. Everything was perfect. And I mean, everything. My parents and his parents helped us pay for a great chunk of the wedding so we would be debt-free and eternally grateful. The issue arose about a month and a half ago when my aunt started posting on Facebook about how disappointed she was with the whole ordeal, and a few guests sided with her on Facebook. Background: my fiance and I are huge Disney fans, and we travel to Disney World as much as we can throughout the year. It's an important part of our lives and an important part of our marriage. The issue was with our decision not to offer catering services and bar services at our wedding due to routing that money towards having Mickey and Minnie show up for a half an hour at the wedding. The cost of both Mickey and Minnie was, for a good chunk of time, 30 minutes, was almost exactly what our parents allotted for our catering budget. So we scheduled appearance during our first dance and during our wedding photos, foregoing served food, noting that there are plenty of facilities and vending machines available. My parents were still very supportive of us, but everyone else is being passive-aggressive about it on Facebook. To those asking if the guests were warned, we clearly outlined in the invitations that food was available at the venue. We didn't spell out, though, that it wasn't a restaurant menu. It was going to be through vending machines.
He's a very strange young man.
He's an idiot. Comes from upbringing. Parents are probably idiots, too.
I heard this story the other day. It's crazy.
One session cost $2,700 to have them there for 30 minutes.
2,700 or 27,000?
2,700 to have them there.
And that was their catering budget?
There's no way that can be right.
That's what it
your
says.
catering budget at a
That's
wedding
27,000 probably. I bet maybe there's a zero missing.
Your catering budget's usually at least 15.
They sound pretty white trash.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well,
that's I heard that story the other day. That's insane.
So basically, they just had them there for them.
So people are bringing, like when I go to a wedding, I figure, okay, it's going to be, whatever. You figure you're going to give money. If they're not close friends, you go to a wedding, it's like
$100.
$100. Yeah, it's like, okay, that's a good number. It's probably going up now. It'd probably be 120 now.
Eat $100.
And you're going to eat $100. Yeah, and you had a good time, and that's part of the it's the deal. But people gave $100 and got nothing.
Got Mickey and Minnie
to take pictures.
And I bet they went to Disney for their honeymoon, so they just could have took pictures there with them.
Mm-hmm.
But they thought the guest would like to have pictures with.
I'd be so mad if I show up back. I wouldn't eat, and I'd be so.
I would have punched. I would have punched Minnie.
I'd be angry.
Not Mickey. I'd punch Minnie.
My brother went to a wedding.
I knocked her polka dots off her dress.
And his wife was in the wedding. No alcohol.
Oh,
didn't know until they got there.
Some of those.
It was a very religious, type thing.
I've been to some no alcohol weddings
because the husband was in rehab or whatever for like he had
I thought you said it was religious.
It was, but he was like a drug rehab, so then he was very religious after that.
Oh,
so
no booze,
no booze. So everybody left during like dinner and walked across to a bar,
got a drink, came back.
Yeah, and then came back.
That party started.
And then it got crazy.
The guy in rehab was like, "Man, I wish I was drinking again.
Why'd I get married?
He's at the bar with him.
I'm an idiot.
Idiot. I'm an idiot.
Where's that rum raisin? I got 2 more dad jokes, and then I'm done.
Nice.
What does your mother do for a headache? She sends me out to play. Where's the other one? Damn it. I had it.
Jesus, you're dead.
Talk about something.
You're dead airtime. Well, the only thing I got's not too funny.
Smoking will kill you. Bacon will kill you, but smoking bacon will cure it.
That's a good one.
That's the best joke of the night.
That's a winner.
All right, then we'll end right there.
That was nice.
Right there. Okay.
Right there.
The only thing we haven't talked about, it's going to be a bring me down thing, is the FBI, the Larry Nassar thing.
Yeah,
now they're getting sued for $1 billion, I think it is.
Yeah, I believe it was a big number. Yeah, billion, I think is the number.
Yeah, 1 billion plus. Billion? They had to put the plus on there because anything over $1 billion's like, that's way too many fucking zeros.
Basically, the story isn't it, that they're
they ignored their pleas to the FBI to investigate this whole thing, and they let it go on for longer than it probably should have. Correct?
So this is NBC Sports. There's no dispute that FBI agents in 2015 knew that Nasser was accused of molesting gymnasts, but they failed to act, leaving him free to continue to target young women and girls for more than a year. They just, we're too busy trying to frame people for other crimes. We got no time for these real child molesters.
They're starting to figure out this JFK thing. You got to start covering more tracks.
I know. It's like, wait until I find out about Area 51.
It's just a nightclub.
The Justice Department said in May it would not pursue criminal charges against former FBI agents who failed to quickly open an investigation. Approximately 90 claimants, including Simone Biles, Ellie Reisman, Michaela Maroney, are all suing them.
These are the who's who of gymnastics,
Big
too.
You ain't kidding.
Yep.
That's like the Yankees suing somebody, you know. It's like, that's crazy.
This is nuts.
They were told in 2015, the FBI was, that gymnasts were assaulted by Nasser, but the FBI did not open an investigation or inform federal or state authorities. They began a sexual tourism investigation against Nasser in 2016 and interviewed several more victims, but still didn't alert authorities.
What
They
is
just kind of were like
tourism?
paying to go, people paying to come. Like, so I'm going to guess maybe it was like to, like you go to the Philippines or something. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if that's what it is, but
I guess
something
that
like
could be it.
It's like some of those
Like a travel agent setting up to go.
parlors that
They filed a child pornography case eventually against them. They didn't comment, instead referred to Director Christopher Wray's remarks to Congress. But he says, I'm especially sorry that there were people in the FBI who had their own chance to stop this monster back in 2015 and failed. That's inexcusable, he told the Senate in a hearing.
Wow.
Because he was too busy trying to do other stuff he shouldn't have been doing, too. It's ridiculous.
It's sick.
Nasser agreed to pay $500 million to more than 300 women and girls who were assaulted. This is Michigan.
Where's that money coming from? $500 million.
Michigan State University, which was accused of missing chances. Oh, Michigan State agreed to pay $500 million.
Which is going up there.
Jesus. To 300 women who were assaulted. This guy's got some sticky fingers. And the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee made $380 million settlement.
Jesus.
And now the FBI is getting sued for $1 billion. They just allowed this to go on for years with. So who is he connected with, or what was the reason why they wouldn't prosecute him? Are we going to find out that he's somehow connected to, Governor Whitmer or, something like that, or a senator down the way that was protecting him? How they got the FBI to protect him.
But then kept doing what he was doing.
Or is
after
this
that.
just just incompetence on the FBI's part? Do you think it's just incompetence that this went on for years after being notified about it, or is this actual cover up? And is Michigan State going, hey, we called our senator who is an alumnus, you got to get rid of this problem? That's possible. I don't know. And that's a lot of money.
If that madman knew, if he knew he was being investigated and still did this, then he's a sick.
Well, he's sick anyways.
Pardon my French.
Sometimes with the story about that, sometimes the parents were in the room and it was like they thought it was normal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just don't understand.
How could you do something like? I mean, in general.
Yeah.
But then you have parents in the room. I mean, it's terrible.
Yeah, sorry to bring the whole room down, but I mean, it's ridiculous. And
well, we have to cover everything, right? I mean,
yeah, we are kind of like a sports entertainment beer show.
People trust us. We're the basement benchwarmers.
Yep. Better than CNN.
Hell yeah.
Maybe even better than Fox.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody.
Are those places still in business?
Yeah, are any of those still?
I don't watch any of them anymore. I don't watch anything anymore. I can't watch it anymore. Makes my eyes hurt.
It does.
Makes my brain hurt.
I don't watch the news. What was it? Oh yeah, today I turned on the. So Rory, congratulations to Rory McIlroy. He had a huge day today, and he won the Canadian Open.
Yep.
Which was huge.
He got a bucket of poutine, I heard.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Oh yeah.
And did he really?
Yep.
Yeah.
And a Canadian
French fries and gravy.
Canadian breakfast.
And he got paint to do blackface, like the
prime minister.
That's incredible.
You know what's funny? As I was just going to say, because you were talking about Fox and these things, you know, Greg Gutfield has the highest rated late night show.
Yeah, I like Gutfield.
And he's the only late night guy that's never been pictured in blackface.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
But where was I going with this story? After that was over, because I turned it on for Logan and I ended up doing a bunch of things, and he goes, "Dad, can you turn this garbage off?" And I walked in there, it was the news.
Yeah.
I was like, he even knows he's 10 years old.
No, I don't think kids even watch the news anymore.
No,
I really
and remember
don't.
you would stay up and you would
we
watch
had
the
to.
news.
Yeah, when we were older, not when you're little kids.
No, but we had to when you were younger because you watched. There's nothing. You didn't have your phone to give you the information.
Yeah. You wanted to know if the Brewers won.
Well, you wanted to know the weather next day. What's gonna be like tomorrow?
Exactly.
I got a softball game, or I'm playing. I got a baseball game. Kid, I got a flag football game or football, whatever. I don't know what the weather's gonna be like.
Sure.
Couldn't find out my phone in 5 minutes. I had to watch the news and if you missed it at 10:20 or 10:18, God bless it. And the Weather Channel came. And it was like the best thing ever because you got it every time. And then the Weather Channel Weather Channel has now become MTV.
Yeah,
you can't find the weather on the Weather Channel ever.
No, it's even on
what?
Yeah.
You were the Weather Channel.
Exactly.
We actually turned on the half hour or 1 hour
It
in
is.
news.
Am I wrong?
You had to check the weather and you had to find out about the sports scores because you had no clue. We didn't have ESPN just started.
You have your local game.
I used to watch Sunday nights religiously. I used to watch I think it was Channel 5. Being a Bear fan, at like 10:30 they'd have their
little highlight
their
package.
Bear show.
Yeah,
it'd be whoever, whatever. I can't remember who was on, but you only had that to watch. It was that or Channel 9, and 9 was always earlier. So but it was you stay up to watch the
9 was 9 o'clock news.
Yeah, so you'd stay to watch 10:30 or 10:35. It started. It was on for a half hour until 11. You got the day would break down the Bear game or tell you what happened or so it was. But now I can get that anytime I want.
You got news all day long.
I don't need the news.
You got shit all day long.
Too much news all day long.
And none of it's the real news. I mean, you saw it here in Kenosha. We had shit going on right down the street. We're looking at it, and none of that's being reported.
Yeah.
I don't like to get like Ed sometimes, but I will. No offense, Ed. But today, not friend of the show, Mark Ruffalo, posted supposedly there was and I'm not gonna get into what was real and what wasn't, whatever, but supposedly there was an LBGTQ,
I believe so.
Like a whatever, a rally, whatever. They had a thing, cool, whatever. And supposedly some white supremacists, went there, and Mark Ruffalo went on his Twitter and ranted about it, saying they had this and they had this, they had this, they had whatever, riot gear, blah blah.
What crime did they break?
Wait, that's not what I'm getting at. So you remember when the cops in Kenosha on the corner of on Washington Road and 30th Avenue pulled those people out of cars and threw them in the back, the riot kitchen?
Yeah, I remember the riot kitchen.
This is the same people he defended that day. Had the same stuff, gasoline, all this in their truck. He defended those people. You are on the wrong side of what you do. I can't, whatever you say, you're a moron. You
This is what Hollywood does to people.
You defended those people, but today, and that's fine. You shouldn't defend either of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Either of them. They're both wrong. They're both wrong.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's insane, but we're going to white supremacist. Okay, fine. That's wrong. I totally agree with that. People don't like people like us because we may have friends that are minorities. They don't like us because we do that. We've been the crosshairs too. But all of a sudden, when they were going to burn down Kenosha, they were just trying to feed people that were rioting.
Yeah, doing something bad.
They weren't protesting.
It was in their name.
Where was the
riot kitchen?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was on the truck.
It's their brand.
So the cops
They sold T-shirts that said Riot Kitchen.
we get a truck. It says, and we go and park in front of a bank. It says bank robbers.
Yeah.
Do you think the cops are gonna go? What you guys doing in there?
It was probably Robin Banks.
Yeah, Robin Banks. That guy's
Full
awesome.
circle.
So I
get it.
I
He
just
is.
watching
You
it
can't
today.
sit on your high throne and just
tell me that you basically where you're writing. You wrote 2 years ago that it was you were against the cops doing what they did to him.
Yeah.
And
how
now
many-
you're
how many-
okay. You're okay with the cops doing what they did to him.
the real world doesn't exist to him. That's for sure.
So this one that happened in Idaho or whatever, suppose there's a bunch of FBI guys embedded in there. They knew it was going to happen. They stopped it before it happened. Where were they when Kenosha was burning down? Why is there nobody embedded in the groups that actually burn shit down and destroy shit? There's been statues being pushed over, buildings being firebombed.
Yeah.
There's no FBI somehow embedded in those groups.
And I don't know if I should even tell the story.
Is it good or bad for ratings?
No, it's good, but I did talk to someone that was very closely involved, someone from Kenosha that was closely involved with when that was all going on, and it's a very they aren't allowed to do anything unless they're okay to do it. And it has to be okay on so many levels. And the FBI aren't the ones it wasn't the FBI that was doing anything. The FBI, I was told, is a joke.
Yeah.
This guy told me straight out the FBI is a joke. They're a joke. They're guts guys in suits that walk around.
Here during everything that happened in Kenosha, yes, I heard that. I know who I heard it from. Maybe we heard it from the same guy.
And the people that were the guys that came in were the
marshals.
The marshals.
Yep.
But the
They're
marshals
badass.
looked at these people at the Kenosha, contingency after 2 days of this going on, and looked at him and goes, "Do you want our help?" And the guy's like, "What are you talking about?" "No. Do you want our help?"
Because you got to know what that means.
Yeah. Okay, then let's go to work.
Yeah.
So
and then they went out.
I know who you heard that.
Yeah.
We won't need to mention them, but
That's when the marshals went around.
Yes, and they were
in
throwing
black trucks.
grabbing
they were
people off the street.
slashing tires and
Yep.
taking these people all.
They were
under.
taking them and making them. They were just getting rid of them.
They were finding their
They were
car-
pulling over buses coming down the highway, coming here and saying them.
But they were finding cars in parking lots that weren't supposed to be there. They would get out, 4 guys would slash the tires, so that car could never leave. So they couldn't jump in and run to another place.
So
they just disabled every vehicle.
They were the badasses that.
Yes.
The FBI.
Well,
is
and the National
The
Guard.
National Guard cannot do anything.
National
They
Guard
can
can
only
only
protect.
Yeah.
buildings.
And it has to be public buildings.
It has to be public.
Post office, courthouse. They
Yep.
can't protect your business. But they can tell you to go home. When you got a gun in front of your business, they can tell you you can't be here.
Yeah.
Huh?
It'd be interesting to know who brought the marshals in.
I don't know. Tommy Lee Jones was here though.
And that's the kind of shit that they do, like Tommy Lee Jones.
But it was the marshals were sent, and what I was told, and this is what I was told, and people disagree, agree. I'm not giving credit. This ain't about giving credit, but I was told that Trump brought him in because he was here then. This person I talked to met Trump.
Oh,
and I was told by this guy, he talked to Secret Service and all that, talked to a bunch of guys, and what he said, and this is what I'm just repeating what I heard. This is not I don't want to make, here's what I was told. Just repeating what I heard, paraphrasing, okay? What I was told was that Trump, whatever, besides what you see on Twitter and stuff, he said he was the most, number one, he gave the Secret Service headaches because he would always get out of line. Would see military, police, anybody like that, he'd stop, have to go shake their hands. He'd have to go do this, He'd have to, he was always breaking like protocol to go do stuff like that. And he said he was one of this is what this guy, now he could be a very small, maybe he's a minority of all the rest of Secret Service. But the group he talked to said he was one of the nicest guys that he's ever been around in that position. That's what he said. Not saying that he's the nicest ever, but he would buy them food all the time, get them meals, do stuff like that.
McDonald's.
Yeah, but he would do stuff all the time for them. And they said he was a headache because he would do stuff like that. He'd break protocol. But back to when he was in Kenosha, he's the one that's what I was told by this person that happened. The overall story was the FBI was just here to be a showpiece. And then when the marshals came in, that's when the whole thing turned. And not to get off tangent, but that's just telling the story.
I heard that because that's Mark Ruffalo badmouthing his hometown.
Yeah. Oh, that's why we're talking about.
So
that.
you're hearing his skewed, up on my throne in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
No
concept of the real world anymore.
But he's got he has a pulpit to talk from where we have 17 viewers. Maybe more. I think we got more because I was somewhere the other day and friend of the show. Nobody noticed, but I got a pretty nice hat on.
It's a sweet hat.
Yeah, friend of the show, Brian McTurnan, gave me a McTurnan hat.
Nice.
Very nice. He
said, Tom, I want one.
Well, he'll hear it from the show. He listens every week, he says.
Yep. Get me a hat.
He says no offense, Eric, he says he listens to hear Scott's voice. That's what I was told.
Not my raspy Willie Nelson.
No, but he says he's got a great radio voice, but he's got a great radio face, too. That's what I was told. And then he gave me the hat.
I concur.
I do too. I'm gonna agree with it. Yeah. So it's Brian McTurnan, friend of the show.
Yeah. Great guy.
Yeah, I know the name.
Oh, did you guys hear? I just saw this come on my phone. We didn't talk about it. We don't talk about College World Series, but Tennessee was upset by the Fighting Irish.
I saw that.
Yep. So Notre Dame moves on, and Tennessee is gone. They were number 1 seed, I believe, or they are
How
like
did they get
favored to
away-
win, right?
Yeah.
How did they get away with that name, the Fighting Irish? In this day and age, we got to change that.
Yeah, that's very racist.
Should they be
Because
called?
I've never seen an Irish guy fight drunk.
No, that's a peaceful.
You know, you go over by you go to a St. Joe's game and a bunch of, hey, come over here, come on. This guy's like this little midget guy running around with his hands up.
You know what? I don't know how much more time we have.
With a big clover leaf on him.
But I've had this debate. So that a couple like groups that I'm in for work, and we talk about the term the Irish. You've heard the term Irish goodbye. Have you heard that term?
No.
Irish
No.
goodbye? Oh. So then just forget it. Well, so the term Irish goodbye is usually the guy, and you know these people because Willie's probably one of them because he left you at a bar.
Yeah.
It's just they just leave.
Just stumble up.
Yeah.
He did it
because
last night.
They don't want to say goodbye.
A buddy of mine did it last night to
He
me
didn't leave
too.
me because I had my car, but he
But
left.
they don't want to. They don't want to deal with the goodbyes or somebody saying, "Oh, you got to stay." They just leave without saying goodbye. They just leave. That was what we thought the Irish goodbye is. But then this other guy chimed in. He goes, "I know people from Ireland. That's the total opposite of the Irish goodbye. The real Irish goodbye is the people that are wanting to leave. They try to say goodbye, and they stay another 2 hours because they're talking they're just on and on and on and on and on and on. So I just thought of that when we said.
Yeah, I like that. That's a great story.
So
Irish
yeah,
goodbye.
I was at a party last night, and one of my friends, he had like, I don't know, a lot of beers. And like, where'd he go?
Yeah, he did the Irish. Well, he did
snuck
somebody's version of the Irish. Do you ever do that?
I say goodbye. I like all the attention at the end.
No,
man.
I don't because I can say no.
Yeah, I can leave.
Yeah.
Like I gotta get out of here. Want to drink? No, I gotta go. I
Yeah.
gotta get out of here. I'm leaving.
Some people
Yeah,
can't.
I'm
They
not-
can't
I'm-
say no to a free drink.
Last night Willie just left. He did last night.
Did he just?
I'm terrible. I'm terrible at it. Like somebody asked me for another drink, and I'd usually have one. And I guess I'm an Irish.
Well, I'm gonna do it to you after we're gonna get done. So go on the porch, have a
I'm
drink.
an
We're gonna
Irish
have one more.
No, Scott, I can't. I got to get home.
We're gonna have one more,
I gotta get up early.
All right, fine.
and
Yeah,
you're gonna have
we'll
one more.
Oh, up at least. I'm gonna get up at like 5.
That was hard. So you guys want to close it up?
That's what she said. That was hard. Yes, let's close this shit up and have a drink.
Okay, so Ed, closing
Oh,
thoughts.
jeez, I got so much good stuff now.
Oh, jeez.
Well, it is Pride Month,
This is
so
an Irish goodbye here.
I'm gonna agree that everything should be gender fluid. So I'm gonna fill up your glass of milk by milking a bull.
See, we don't have a cow. We got a bull.
We got a bull.
That was what I thought of when I wrote that today. It's great. I was like, yeah, if everything can be anything, yeah. Go milk a bull sometime, see what happens.
Take a while, but you might get something.
So
like, get back over here.
You're not done.
So you've heard of the golf course, the Bull at Pinehurst Farms?
Yes.
That is because that property, the guy that built that course had this prize bull, and I mean massive bull, and his sperm was worth like something. It did something. It was worth so much money because he was and it reminds me of that scene. We don't got any cows, we got a bull. Wow. Right? And he's drinking
We don't have a cow. We got a bull. He's got white on his.
So that's the bull at Pinehurst Farms is because some famous bull lived on that property at one point, and it made him a ton of money, and then he built that golf course, which is
It's amazing. My sperm has only got me in trouble. These guys' bull sperm make
now it's a freaking golf
guy
course.
built a golf course with
And
sperm.
the golf course is really hard.
Yeah, a lot of no dog legs. Everything's none of the holes like angle to the left or the
They're not sand traps. They're sperm traps.
They're all elevated.
Elevated.
They're called tea bags, not tea boxes.
Wow. I wasn't gonna go there. I mean, you guys got dirty mind.
You guys with your ball cleaners on every hole. There's like 3 ball cleaners in it.
One lower, one upper.
I can't talk.
One at the
anymore.
ladies' tees.
Never know.
You never know nowadays.
Might be a swimmer there.
Oh my god.
I can't talk anymore, so I'm just gonna say goodbye.
Goodbye.
What were we doing?
We're doing closing
You got
remarks.
any more?
Are
You got one
done?
more? You got any more?
Jesus.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought you were done.
How come in every photograph Aaron Rodgers looks like he's auditioning for a part in the new Dallas Buyers Club movie?
Oh gosh.
Does too. I get a lot of Pride Month stuff this year.
You missed my joke last week. I made a joke at the bar. We were watching the match. I like this. Watching the match at the bar and there was after golf, and there was a good amount of Packer fans. They all laughed too. They enjoyed it. It was close at the end. I go, man, hope for Aaron doesn't go to a playoff.
Well, he was the guy that was clutch.
I know.
But it was right. It was regulation though.
That's true.
That's right.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
Good call.
Wow.
Yeah, he played. Yeah, it was. I didn't record it, and I wish I would have because I like hearing the commentary from Barkley. Did you watch it at all?
I watched.
Was it good? Was it entertaining?
Yeah, Logan and I picked it up at like hole 5.
You've watched a few of them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Would you rank one of the best, or do you like other ones better?
Well, I like anything that's got Peyton Manning in it. Really, to tell you the truth.
So I liked the rainy one was okay, but what was the one they golfed at a real cool course like in Dakotas?
That was with Rogers and DeChambeau, and that was in Montana. That golf course is amazing.
I'd love to go check that course out.
Yeah,
there was moose on the course.
Because they had like because of the elevation.
Yeah.
Because of the elevation, some of their drives were like 450.
Yeah, I'd like to go check it out. I wonder how much
it's a grand to play there. The course they played in Vegas, the Wynn, that's like $700-800.
I hope they can afford it.
Friend of the show, Paulie's going to be in Montana next week. Maybe he's going to play.
What's he going there for?
Just taking the family out there for a ride. Just go see the mountains.
I've been to
Glacier.
Montana. I've been to Montana a couple times.
Take your kids to Disney World.
He won't do. Or he just did last month.
Oh, then Paulie, that's good.
I got one left because we don't have a show next week, right?
Oh yeah, no show next week. We'll be off next week.
I could be there too.
Eric is going to be at a big sticker convention. Ed's got a big paintbrush convention.
Steers and queers.
And I got a railroad convention, so we're going to be busy next week.
Last one for me. Last one.
Okay,
and it's another Pride Month. I hate to do this. I was born a man. I identify as a man. But according to the macaroni and cheese box, I'm a family of 4.
I like
That's awesome. That's a good one. I like it. So we're all good?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So anyway, so guys, thanks a lot. Willie, I guess, didn't make it tonight. I know he had his daughter is having I think we talked. She is having a baby.
She's
a
having
boy.
a little Willie.
Onyx is his name.
Onyx.
Onyx, yes.
Wow.
Onyx, yes.
I like that.
Sandy Onyx.
That's incredible.
Does anything rhyme with onyx?
Bubonics.
Bubonics. Onyx. Fee, fi, fo, onyx. Onyx. Remember that song?
Nobody's going to make fun of that kid because you can't rhyme anything with it.
Danger zone.
Onyx.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to get danger zone.
See, like I was like, oh, Eddie Spaghetti. Yeah. You know, it's like, I was crying.
I was Scotty Too Hottie.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Or Scotty Potty. What were you?
Sonic. Eric Boberic. I don't know.
Yeah.
Air Dick.
Everything was that's funny. That's funny. It's hilarious.
Then he just took. And then they dropped the Eric after a couple years.
Just called him Dick.
What was your brother? You have a brother, Eric. What was his nickname?
Critter. He's got a nickname.
I never had Critter.
You didn't have a nickname? I thought you said.
I had a lot of weird. I mean, it was always off of my last.
It was
name.
never Air
Bradley Center and just like weird stuff like that. Always off of my last name. But E-Rock.
Oh my God! If I hear another E-Rock.
Why was it E-Rock? I don't get that.
Eric E-Rock.
I think Air Dick's funny.
E-Dick.
Air Dick. Yeah.
What else? Any other ones?
Well, Bradley Center was, and then it was Center. Like a lot of people still call me Center from high school.
Because the Bradley Center.
Bradley Center.
That's weird.
Yeah.
God, that's horrible.
Here's the one I used to get too was Boo. Remember Boo Radley from you guys?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So then it was Boo. Then it was Booze. Like I just had so many. I had a ton of different nicknames.
Oh, Scooter was one I was called too.
Scooter, yeah.
Coco,
I got called.
Coco Crisp.
You know, Coco Crisp. His first name is Cavelli.
Cavelli Crisp.
That's his name.
I have heard that. Yeah.
Cavelli Crisp.
Coco
Nice.
Cavelli Crisp.
Coco Crisp.
So this is
There's only one baseball card that has it too.
Yeah.
We found that one.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Interesting. Huh.
Okay. Willie's nickname is Willie.
Willie.
Old. What was
Old Stone Face.
Booty,
Old
booty,
Stone Face.
booty.
What was Grand Canyon? Old
old man.
Mississippi. Old man Willie. It's an old man
River.
Moon River.
Big river.
Are we good?
Oh, I'm good.
So once again, we're the Basement Benchwarmers podcast for Eric and Ed. We are going to be off next week, so give us a week off. We'll be back in a few for you guys. Thanks for listening, and we will see you then. Take care.
I hate goodbyes.
Sorry, folks, parks are closed.
What happened? I blacked out.
Because we did something today that no one thought we could do, including us. So we're going out, we're celebrating, and we're going to rub it in this city's face.
I swear I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, but that was awesome.
Bye, Felicia.
Kids, there's Big Ben and there's Parliament.
Like give them more buys and highs.
Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. It feels so